Alright, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and salute all the Akim and the hopeful elect. I want to talk about a couple of dreams, brothers going in on dreams. Dreams are important, especially when they're from the Lord. And you can tell there's a verse in the Apocrypha that says, dreams lift up fools. Because we all dream almost every night. Most of them we don't remember. The few ones we do remember come from the Lord. We have to know how to separate those and interpret dreams. Now we all wise men, being men that study under the wisest men of the Great Millstone, so we can interpret these dreams. The first dream I had pertaining to this truth that was really deep to me was about a UFO, a chariot. Okay, now I wanted to see a chariot my whole life, up close and personal. I actually wanted to be abducted, as crazy as that sounds, because I wanted to get the hell up out of here. So I prayed and prayed and prayed to see a chariot, right? So this one particular night, I fell asleep, and I had a dream that I saw a chariot. It came, and it was about as close to me as a light pole outside on the corner, you know. And I could see it so vividly. I could see it was circling, slowly rotating clockwise. It had windows all around it. It had gold, silver, and multicolors, and it had a low rumble, like you know, that kind of like a low, very low vibration rumble. And it stood right in front of me, and I was praising the Lord. Then the light beam, it was like a lightish blue beam, shined on me, and I said, "Oh, I'm going up now." You know, I was all excited. But then out of the chariot came a voice, and the angel said, "You're not clean yet." And the beam retracted, and the chariot took off. So from that dream, I realized that it gave me hope, because it used the word yet, but it said I'm not clean yet. So I pondered these things. What am I about to go through? Well, since then, I've gone through a lot of chastisement. I've gone through a lot of bullshit in this truth, and I still got more to go through to be clean. But that's the process.
Alright, Shalom. Before I start, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rachach, double honors to the Apostle and Elders of Great Millstone, peace, blessings, and salutations to all who like to Akim, walk them, learning, teaching, truth, and sincerity. Alright, and as you would have just seen on the screen, the guy formerly known as INAP LAWYA, alright, aka Mac-10, Kyle, Gorilla Glue, you know, whatever the fuck he gets called now. Alright, it was, you know, the doctrine that they're pushing now is contrary and blasphemy, alright, of the scriptures, and it's being revealed that the other one, Zacarhy from Chicago, and the one here from Detroit, Kyle, they're wicked from the get-go. Alright, they're double-minded. And basically the point of this video, it's not really because we did many chariot videos. I've already done several throughout the week, but this video is basically going to be just him as an example of how not to be. But also, if your intentions in this truth are not upright, you'll be casted out. If you're not pushing this word truly for salvation, all right, you want deliverance, you want forgiveness, then you'll be sought out. If you're in this for whatever wicked reason, the Most High gets you out of here, and he'll do it in a laughable fashion, like it is with this Kyle guy. All right, so I'm gonna start with this. This is Psalm chapter 32, verse 2. Says, "Blessed is the man unto whom Yahweh Bashem Yahushai imputeth not iniquity, and in whose spirit there is no guile." And it's obvious that these two guys have guile in their spirit. So their iniquity is going to be imputed to them. It's not going to be washed away. Yahushua's blood is not going to cover them, because these niggas have wicked. Oh shit! Yeah, one scripture. Pleasure, they taking pleasure in unrighteousness. All right, and now this, for brothers that don't know the clip that and it came up through the spirit. All us, the Detroit Akim, we just happened to be talking last night, and the brother, he was like, "You know what? I think I still got a certain clip." because there's a certain brother in our camp, he would take care of all the videos back when those guys are still with us. And lo and behold, he still happened to have that clip. But the Lord set it up that way to make a mockery of this guy. All right. And the reason why they're saying, or why he's saying the chariots aren't the so-called UFOs, is because of this dream right here. He had to justify having this dream. All right. In which a lot of the doctrines that they come up with is just justifications for things in their own life, which is guile. That shit is guile. If you're changing up the word just because of events that happen in your own life and you don't want them to be that way, that is guile. That accounts as guile. All right. You're saying the chariots aren't the UFOs because the chariot skipped your ass in a dream. That's guile. You're saying that the heathens can be saved because you have a heathen mother. All right. And one of you has a heathen wife. That is guile. You're changing the doctrine to fit your own life. That's not what this is about, man. So it's showing you they don't want true salvation. They don't want to get out of here. They want the things in this world. Nigga want to go buy property and skip out on doing the word of the Lord. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 12. And once again, this is just a video showing you their wickedness, or showing you how not to be like them. All right. For those, because they gonna say, oh, well, you didn't rebuke, you didn't pull no scriptures on the chariots. I've already done that. It's not what this video is about. All right. Before your comments start flying in, directed at them scoffers. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 11. And for this cause the Most High Power shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie, that they might be damned who believed not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness. And obviously, the dude had pleasure in unrighteousness. That's why he's been made to believe a lie. All right, now the new thing is Yahushua didn't feed the multitude. That's absolute silliness. He didn't feed the multitude with literal food, although they fasted for 3 days, and he said he didn't want to send them back out hungry. All right, and then also, why, if he was feeding them with spiritual food, why would he later on rebuke them for only following him for spiritual food, for edification? It's you know, it's silliness. They're taking pleasure in unrighteousness. Now let me get this one. This is one that I found recently, and it applies to them perfectly. And every chance I'll get to use it on them, I will. This is Sirach chapter 1, starting at verse 29. Be not an hypocrite in the sight of men, and take good heed what thou speakest. So watch your mouth, basically. Because, and now look at this dude. And then we probably have more videos of him saying outlandish shit that would go against what he says nowadays. But this just happens to be the one that was found to the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai to make a mockery of him. Verse 30. Exalt not thyself, lest thou fall, and bring dishonor upon thy soul. And so the Most High Power discover thy secrets, like the fact that this nigga had that dream, all right, and cast thee down in the midst of the congregation, because thou camest not in truth to the fear of the Lord, but thy heart is full of deceit. So nigga, your heart is full of guile and deceit. You didn't come into this because of the fear of the Lord, or at least should I say, you didn't stay in it. Once you got in it, you realized what this truth is about. You started to mangle and switch things around according to your heart. It's like you were in it because you wanted fame, notoriety, or money, or whatever. All right, just using those as examples, because you have people. I remember I heard the elder Apostle Tahar mention it. There would be dudes at the main camp who would always try to collect tithes every week. You know, he'd say for this bill and for that, and it came out dude was just siphoning money. All right, those are people who y'all gonna get casted down in the middle of the congregation because you're not in this for the fear of the Lord. All right, you're just in this for your own unrighteous gain. Now let me get this. All right, and this ain't nothing new. Y'all are just examples of how not to be. You're just examples of what happened if you become a bug out. This is, where's that? This is, let's see, this is Luke chapter 20. I'm gonna just start, let's see, I'm gonna start at verse 19. And the chief priests and the scribes the same hour sought to lay hands on him, and they feared the people, for they perceived that he had spoken this parable against them, and they watched him and sent forth spies, which should feign themselves just men, that they might take hold of his words That's so they might deliver him unto the power and authority of the governor, in which spiritually y'all are feigning yourselves just men and fucking up the word of Yahushua HaMashiach, just like dudes tried to do back then. Y'all are spies for Satan. All right. And with that, y'all are deceiving people and leading them. Y'all leading them up to Satan. You're leading them up to the power and authority of the governor, the prince of power of the air, which is Satan, to be destroyed. That's what you dudes lot is. Y'all feigned yourself righteous men. You was with us for a while. You occupied for a time. But that was just so you can get what you wanted. All right, now you've been casted down in the midst of the congregation, and now you're just trying to maintain. But like that brother did, brother Racham was so like I think it's Racham, the brother's name. All right, he did the video on how 730 hours passed, and you didn't have 1 hour to spare for doing the work of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. All right, and that links up perfectly with that scripture in Matthew, the dude who went to go what was it? Dude went to go prove his land, and wasn't it come like, so I had some property I went and bought. I had to go for a whole month. That's how unimportant Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is unto you. You can neglect this word for a whole month. All right, so it wasn't this video. It's not gonna be too long. I just had those couple scriptures. But basically, if you're in this for the wrong reasons, you're going to be sought out and you're going to be made an example of. This is about faith and fear in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. All right? Fuck everything here. You're supposed to just want deliverance, man. What are you truly doing this for? This not for fame. This not for glory. The only one who gets the fame and the glory is Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. We just need salvation. We're filthy down here, man. So if you're in this because you want to be camp leader, you want to get money every weekend, you love to eat, or whatever the fuck, you're going to be sought out. All right? You're going to be made an example of. Hang on, let me get up. Right here, Luke chapter 8, verse 17. For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything that shall not be known and come abroad. All right. So basically, anything done in darkness is gonna come to light. Any wickedness done in darkness is gonna come to light. All right. And that just reminded me of several more scriptures. I'm gonna get these last couple, because basically, your shit's coming to light. All right, Kyle, and I'm gonna keep calling you fucking Kyle. All right. Or Gorilla Glue, since that's the new name that we slapped on you. All right, let me get this. And this is James chapter 1 verse 8. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. All right, so it's obvious that those two are double-minded, and more things in the scriptures are going to change, according to them, and eventually they're just going to die, because what we're seeing might be the build-up to their death. They're doing all these crazy things. The Most High is just letting them bug out, because their death might literally be right around the fucking corner. Like, literally. That's why they're doing all this silliness. Just like a motherfucker would party it up. If they knew you had like 2 months to live, you're a party hardy, like we used to say in school. All right, so this ain't nothing new, but it's just an example of how not to be. Make sure you're in this for the right reasons, not for filthy lucre's sake. All right, we want the kingdom, man. We want righteousness. We want to be clean in the eyes of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai again, so we don't have to come through this wickedness again. So we don't have to be here for another captivity. All right, don't just whatever. With that, I'm gonna give all praises to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, B'Shem Rachach, the honors to the apostles, and Aggregate millstone, peace, blessings, and salutations to all like the Akim, walk them, learning, teaching, and truth and sincerity. With that, I'm gonna say shalom.